Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to another episode here where I'm showing you exactly how I'm making money, or losing money if you've seen those episodes, trading in the stock market and day trading in the stock market specifically. I'm looking at the charts and I'm analyzing the patterns and I'm making predictions, and so far it's been really good. Today is, man, I still need to figure out how many green days I've had, how many profitable days I've had this month, but I do know I've only had 3 days this month that I have been unprofitable. And so that's really cool for me to be able to be consistent in my trading. Today, if I didn't say this already, up 41 or 40 some dollars rather. And let's just get right to the charts because that's what you're here for, isn't it? Anyway, here we go. Okay, so here we are looking at the charts. I've traded 2 different stocks today, and none of this is financial advice, so please don't trade anything at all. It's risky and don't do it. Don't. Okay. But let's look at the charts here. So today I traded CLSK, and I just traded 100 shares on that stock. And the reason for that was I'm kind of shifting my mindset. I'm doing well enough in trading, day trading large cap funds or ETFs where they're not going to swing by very much, and I'm able to jump in and jump out and make 20, 40 bucks, 60 bucks, 100 bucks a day. It's great. But I want to be able to grow by percentages, not just, by 100 bucks a day. And so what I'm looking at doing is shifting my strategy, or rather adding to my strategy, a way to look at some of these stocks that are moving, 30, 100, 200% in a day, and finding out how to capitalize on that. I'm finding that the way to capitalize on that is to actually get in and out very, very quickly, which I'm not able to do with this, or I'm not able to be confident in doing that with this system of TD Ameritrade's Thinkorswim. So I'm researching other brokers and all this stuff, and more updates on that to come. But I did try to look at a stock today, CLSK, that I was a little bit familiar with. I had traded this in the past, and I wanted to see if it would break this level of resistance here at 309. That's what was already in my drawings for the day. So when I opened up CLSK, well, that's where it was. What happened was I was not able to do so successfully. So let's look at the 1 day, 1 minute chart. And it popped up right at the beginning of the day and broke through that zone. And so I was like, okay, well, maybe it's just going to come back, because it did. It came back down, and let me put the drawings in here. Load study set. All right. So I thought, it's going to come back down to the VWAP and to the exponential moving average, and that'll be a great entry point. And so then I got in there about 296, 297, whatever it was, and it didn't stay there. It went down, and it kind of meandered around this point. Now I set my stop way down here at about 280 or 281, because I figured it might come back down to retest this low at 282, and then it might move higher. That was my assumption. Didn't work out. Stayed in it for a while. Had some big moves up, so this was a nice move up, back up to 304, but I wasn't able, again, according to TD Ameritrade, I just wasn't able to put the trade in as I wanted to be able to sort of, once it reached that level, exit the trade, yet still have my stop in place. So I wasn't able to do both. And that was an issue for not capturing any of that move, because that would have been, just a little bit of profit. I only went in with 100 shares. That would have been fun to get, 50 shares sold on that move up. But it didn't happen. Whatever. Came back down, and I was stopped out, I think about right here. Yeah, where it came down to about 281. So, no, not there. Came back down. I was at 280 was my stop. So it didn't get me there. Came back up. And then right here is where I got stopped out. So at about 845. So whatever, that's the way it goes. Lost $19.45 on that trade. Now let's take a look at sort of my bread and butter over here, the SPY fund. So this is again an ETF of the S&P 500. And if we look at where the S&P 500 has been over the last, we'll just say 20 days. I'll scroll over here. You can see that we've been, if you can, see anything with this chart, you can see that this white dotted line is at this 297.87 level, and this has been something that we've been coming up and approaching to try to break through for quite some time, for a while here. Now, for me, I was watching this really closely at the beginning of the day, because at the beginning of the day, after I marked up my charts to make sure that they that I had, was able to capture some of the overnight trends that I saw. I put this trend line in here from the overnight low. I put this trend line in here from the second low because just nothing really fit. And then I put this trend line in from a few of these minor lows. So here's one, and then here's the high, the top threshold of that trend line. And then I also put in this red support level or resistance level, depending on where we were on the chart. So that's what I did early on. My assumption was that we were going to come up and retest this 297 level again, and we did. We came out of the gates, we sank down low, bounced off the VWAP and this resistance or the support line, and then moved up. And we approached this level, and then we backed off. Now this is when I had decided that I was going to short this, and I don't like shorting with TD Ameritrade, so again, none of this is financial advice, but just my own experiences. It's been hard to get filled with this. But I thought that once we have this failed attempt, we came back down and we kind of hovered in this area for a few minutes, and I said, all right, well, if this breaks down, I'm going to enter the trade. If it breaks down with enough volume to go through this trend line, and then I'm going to get it on the bounce back up, and then boom, back down. And that's where my trade happened. So I don't have it marked here, but this trade of $61 took place from there back down to right there. And so I traded 400 shares and shorted this all the way down from about here to I believe about there. Okay, because I thought once it reaches this line of now support, it's going to bounce back up, and it was also where the VWAP might be. So I thought that I wasn't going to mess with that. So that's where I was able to get out of that stock. So that was the trades today. It was really cool because it was just patience. It was charting, and this could have broke either way, but it broke down, and I waited until it broke with authority below this trend line. And for people who are like, oh, that trend line stuff, like that doesn't, that's not real, or there's, blah, 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 blah. Like, just look at how beautiful this set up. This trend line broke down through it, came back up to test it, failed, came back up to test it again, failed, came back up to test it again, failed. And then on that last failure, that's where I entered into that trade and was able to capitalize. So that was the trades today. Only $61. Oh, 61 on this one, 19 on that one. Let's just get an official chart here. 61.10 minus 19.45 equals $41 a day, $41.65. So that's a good day. Any day that you're making some money is a good day. So now I've only had 3 losing days on the month, and I have had consistent winners in this region. Now, again, I'm not able to trade very long, and so because of that, I don't, I'm not at the charts. I'm not able to make more money, but it is something that because I'm here looking at the charts, I'm able to set up a strategy that hopefully once this COVID thing is over, once I have some office space that I can work in and all that sort of stuff, it's going to be a lot more profitable. So I'm not looking at this yesterday I made $24, today I made $41. I'm not looking at it like that. I'm looking at it as, am I learning the strategy? Am I seeing the charts and the patterns that are going to set me up for some really big gainers in the future? So again, that's the hope. And if that's something you're into, then make sure you stick around and hit the like button, subscribe, and have a great day today. Have a productive day today. And I'll see you guys back here in the next video. Take care.